In our journey, we take a trip to Denver, Colorado, where homelessness is number 11 in the nation and rapidly growing year after year. So we wanted to understand the situation firsthand and gather perspectives of those suffering from mental health disorders while figuring out how we can help, while also bringing awareness to the growing population of minorities, which is rapidly evolving into the majority. In our search, we came across House Keys Action Network of Denver, who also informed us about a large group being forced out of their housing in a hotel for the homeless due to the city no longer funding the program, which helped bring stability to those suffering from mental illness and homelessness.
My take is me and my wife are just being strong, trying to keep from stressing, taking all the bad stuff. But we do pray to try to get a better way of life, and every chance you get, I always get kicked hurt.
These people who are workers, do a lot of them shove you aside and you feel less intelligent?
They try to make you feel less intelligent, try and keep you, especially when you have, like me, I have anxiety, depression, bipolar, PTSD, and mass panic attacks, where there have been a few times they've almost had to call ambulance for me because I'll pass out. I can't deal with losing the majority of my things again.
Sure.
It would send me into a big downward spiral. So
how did they go about telling everybody, like, hey, we're no longer going to be able to have funding for you guys?
Mike and Dawn and several other people and couples came from, they told us all on our intakes that the site was closing September something or other.
Do you think they see everybody as like a burden rather than genuinely trying to help out?
Definitely. This group here, especially the case managers, and not being willing to help find them places where they can be together when they're couples, especially if they have like animals.
So if they have animals, they rather just split them up or like choose.
With my one friend that actually live above them, she has her service. She's actually her service animal, her dog, and she just took care of and took over guardianship of a friend's cat because the passed away. Real close friend, and they're trying to split her and her husband up and they want them to put the animal. Basically, have to give up the animals.
Mm-hmm. And even if it's our service dog, they want.
Yeah.
Been having a heart attack a year and a half ago, and I'm not still well, but I'm getting better because I got into an environment with this program, and it got me a little bit of weight on me, helped me to get a little bit of stability to get around. Now I'm getting kicked to the streets, and I ain't gonna have nowhere to eat. Most of the places don't feed you that much, and being homeless, I didn't choose to be homeless. It just happened to fall in my lap. And I have my wife with me, and I don't want us broken up. We do have problems trying to keep a place because it seems like every time we get somewhere nice, it just gets pulled out right from under us. And we're trying to keep from being homeless, but it's not a choice of being homeless. I don't have no family. I do have friends, but I don't want to stay at somebody's house if they're going to be drinking and drugging. I can't get in that environment because I was in that environment a long time ago, and I don't want to do it again. It's not worth it. I want to try to be safe and try to stay with God.
He doesn't want you to sit there and read the Bible all day and you can just say, oh, I love God, God loves me, I know His Word, I have this knowledge. But there's people out there who are starving, there's people out there who hear people get murdered next to them, there's people out there who don't have a place to sleep on, and you may think, oh, that sucks and I can give money and I can do this, but Yeshua was right there with them. He was the one laying with them.
No place to stay as long as there's one bedroom, a bath, and I would pay that extra $500 just to keep us from being in the streets.
So if there's one last question, if there's one thing that you want everybody to know about you or your situation, what is it?
For all the homeless people that can't afford having apartments for rent, because the apartments are very, very expensive. Like $2,000 for 2 bedroom, $1,000 for 1 bedroom, all over. I tried calling and they're very expensive. And ask you for your credit checking.
Yeah.
And you
about 600.
have to have 600 credit score to ordinary get an apartment.
They're happening because it feels like we're going downhill instead of uphill. And we're like losing battle. I'm trying to keep the roof over it, but it's not going to help out when I don't mind saying help. I just need a little bit of help.
A lot of the times we tend to reject the people and show no compassion towards them, show no compassion towards trying to help anybody. And it's like at the end of the day, these are the people who have more hope and who are gonna be closer to God than somebody who may be living in one of these buildings up here in luxury. The people who are broken, who are poor in spirit, those are the ones that Yeshua is gonna hear, and those are the ones that you have to go out there and reach. You have to put faith on your wheels and go out there and help as much as you can. We all have been given talents to go help out in God's kingdom, and we have to go out there and actually put forth the work for God's kingdom and not just, oh, I'll pray for you. You know, we read in the Bible, those who have done a lot for God's kingdom have given everything they have for maybe just one soul or two. It doesn't matter what it took. They went that extra mile for that person.
We need to learn to be more compassionate and understanding of others. Not only those that are going through sickness and illness and disabilities, but mental health issues, that we need to be compassionate and be there for one another, love one another, tender-hearted and compassionate, just as Jesus, Yeshua himself has. We need to love each other without judgment. We need to be there and put action to our faith without condemnation, without judgment, without having our own personal opinions and beliefs of what we think somebody may be going through. There's a lot of stigmatism out there. There's a lot of misunderstanding about what people go through. We are more understanding and go out there, become a friend with people, love one another, and really understand what they're going through. And many people just need help. They need to know that somebody cares, that somebody loves, that somebody is compassionate. There's somebody that really wants to be out there and help them, that truly understands them. And somebody that's not just gonna judge, not just gonna feed them, not just give them something, but be there to help them in their time of need, in their time of afflictions, in their times of hurt and pain. We need to be there and suffer with those that are suffering, and be a light of Jesus and be a light to the nations that He has called us to be. Not just in the four corners of the church, but get out and be a community, be there for our brothers and our sisters, and love one another with compassion and mercy and true justice. We see the rich growing richer and the poor growing poor, the people that are being afflicted with disabilities and sicknesses and illnesses being casted aside, being looked over. We can go out and do a lot of programs in these ministries, but meanwhile we have games and entertainment in the church. Or are we truly suffering those that are truly needing to be heard? Are we understanding them? Are we offering help? Are we gathering other organizations and ministries together and offering our lending hand and try to unite together. Not only that, but the churches, uniting with other organizations and ministries. We're going out there and encouraging this growth and this unity. We need to help one another. We need to be there for one another. We got to put our differences aside and start thinking in the body of God and encourage the church to be there for one another and to love and reach those and lend their lending hand to one another and be there and suffer with those suffering and understand what they're truly going through. Because people just need to know that some people care, as some people love, as some people are just need somebody to hold them and understand them and just be there and help. There's a lot we can do in these times. We may be able to change the world, but we can change a puzzle piece and put the million puzzle piece together. That may be a light in this dark world that somebody may need in this place where it's growing cold. So let's love one another, care, and let's be there for one another, especially with those that are being sick, the least of these. Those are with disabilities, those are in prison, those are suffering, and those are being overlooked. There's so many that just want to know that somebody cares for them and loves them and cherishes them, that they're not rejected, they're not overlooked. Be there in love, and let's all do this as a body of believers and come together in unity. Shalom. God bless you.